98% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't lived the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and damn, they sent me where the life is be. The level 4 with depth and fights, the type of shit they like to see. True choices fight or flee, I refuse to die a chump. I never been a bitch, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get punked, some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5. Year-long racial fights when homie, all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole, causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, bulldogs and skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF and Gumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. The Northerners was loony, quick to ride up on their rivals. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in their Bibles. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damoos, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IEs, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pie Rules, the Hustlers quick to roll, the Gangsta Crips move. Whatever clique you choose, you better stick.
Say what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to Life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down! Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system. Yeah, that's me right there gassing on that intro, man. If you want to get that song, hit me up. That song and the other version of the intro are both available on a 10-song EP. You now can cop it on digital download, or you can get it on a CD, man. If you're interested, hit me up on my email, 16tolife@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram at 16tolife. Cash at me $20 or Zelle me $20, and I'm going to get it to you ASAP, man. So today, I'm going to be talking about baby B Brazy from Denver Lane Bloods, who has an extremely hot YouTube channel which goes by the name of Who's Who's. And just in case you don't know Who's Who's, let me tell you about the show. So the Who's Who's is a show that's actually done, or was done at the time, from the inside of a cell in the California Department of Corrections. Baby B Brazy, for those who may not know, is a gang member, and it's been reported by other YouTube channels that he has life without parole plus 219 years. And so on his show, basically, he was talking from inside of a jail cell. Periodically, the show would also have his cellie on there, and they would be talking about dudes who done, other gang members who done marked out, who done turned down phase, who done buster stuff in the LA County Jail, among other different places, right? And his show was extremely popular. Now, YouTube says it takes a year or two in order to get monetized. Now, I don't actually know if his show was monetized, but just the eligibility to get monetized requires that you have 4,000 watch hours and you have 1,000 subscribers, right? And YouTube, once again, says sometimes it may take a year or two to get those numbers. B Brazy had 16,000, almost 17,000 subscribers in just a month's time. So I went back on his channel, and I watch periodically from time to time myself, right? But I went back on his channel, scrolled through all his videos, and the oldest video that he has is only a month old. So it means he accomplished all those subscribers in just a month's time. I think, you know, when my channel was doing pretty well, my best month, I think I may have got, if I'm not mistaken, I may have got 3,000 subscribers in 1 month. This dude got 16,000, almost 17,000 subscribers in 1 month. And not only did he have 17,000 subscribers, he had 1,888,000 overall views combined of all his videos and stuff. So most definitely he was doing extremely well, right? So lately, just recently, he posted that I guess the police ran up in his cell, got a hold of his cell phone. And now his show is potentially sidelined until he can get another phone, right? And so basically he recorded a video talking about that some people had snitched on him, told that he was making videos from the phone, you know, because I hear a lot of people on social media when they see convicts in prison with phones. A lot of them are not aware that phones are not permitted, and they'll say, "Hey, what? How did that dude get a phone? Are the convicts allowed, or the inmates allowed to have phones up in there?" And no, the phones are not allowed. They are definitely going to be confiscated as contraband, right? And so this apparently is what happened to B Brazy, right? And so he made a video basically talking about that somebody had snitched on him, right? And I think that when we make these YouTube channels, for those who are lucky to get views and get subscribers better than the average or better than the norm, they fail to realize or they fail to anticipate just how popular their channel may get, right? And so I think that's one of the things that took B Brazy down. He didn't realize his channel was going to get popular so fast and be viewed by so many people, because once again, he's sitting inside of a prison cell, right? So he's not really able to see the achievements of his channel like people out here that's not in prison are able to see it. Of course, he can see the views, he can see the numbers, but once again, he's confined to that small prison cell, right? And so again, like I said, he had 1,888,000 overall views, man. And so many times I have been contacted by ex-prison guards, and I say all that to say, Brazy didn't have an idea, man, how many people were going to be viewing his channel, right? So of course you got prison guards, you got police officers, you got all types of people who also watch YouTube, right? And I ain't gonna lie, man, I would check his channel out periodically. You know, he's an extremely funny dude, man. And what I was impressed about his videos is to be the type of individual it's reported that he is, which is a serious gang member who was with the vicious gunplay. The dude is extremely intelligent, right? You don't hear him use the N-word too much. I mean, he expresses himself in a way that's just, you know, would not be attributed to a gang member, especially a gang member of his age. So the dude is intelligent, right? And so every time I tune in and I watch the show, I can't lie, man, I can't help but think, man, that I be expecting, as he's doing the video, to see the COs and stuff run up in there, because that's how they get down. You know, somebody eventually was going to put it out there that he was making these videos from jail. Now, this next bit of information that I'm going to share with you guys, I'm not guessing. This is fact. This is something that I know, right? You have relatives of his victims, because it has been reported that he was in prison for 3 separate murders, right? This is something that I know. Inside knowledge, right? You have relatives of his victim who was watching that show and who was aware of that show. I'm not gonna say which victims and this and that. And this is, like I said, this is something that I know for a fact. So I'm not trying to imply, suggesting, insinuate, none of those things that this person is the person who told on him, because I don't believe it one bit. But what I'm saying is, some of everybody is watching his show, and he's not factoring that into the equation when he's talking about, you know, somebody snitched on me, so on and so forth, right? And not only that, his show is extremely hot on YouTube. So you have other YouTubers doing videos about his predicament, his show, so on and so forth, right? You have one show called Warren Cali, and their channel was based on doing stories about and videos about, you know, shootings, gang members in Cali, things of that nature, right? So he happened to also do a show about B Brazy, and that show, just that video alone, got 156,000 views, just that video alone. And then I've seen B Brazy discussed on No Jumper numerous of times. You know, he actually got into a fight with another famous gang member out here in California by the name of Faux Extras. And so that has been discussed on No Jumper. And so No Jumper is a very highly viewed channel that gets a lot of views. And so once again, I'm just hammering in, B Brazy failed to factor all these things into the equation, man. Back in my day when I was locked up in prison, when we had cell phones, I know cell phones started becoming extremely prevalent. Some probably were around maybe 2007, 2008, maybe a little bit before, right? But when we had cell phones in prison. The people from my generation, we was trying to hide it. We was trying to not let that knowledge get out there, not let it be known, because when imagine being in prison 15, 25 years, like me, myself, I went to prison in 1994. So before YouTube, social media, so on and so forth, there were cell phones, but they didn't have all this internet capabilities, for one, because there was no internet. I remember a friend of mine, a celly of mine, saying, "Hey, chill, man, we need to get a phone." I'm telling him, "No, homie, I'm cool, man. I got a lot of people I can call. I ain't tripping, in terms of going out there, getting on the state phone, getting on the prison provided phone, and having people make three-ways for me," right? So maybe a week or so later, he brings a cell phone into the cell, right? And it's just a little flip phone, but you was able to get on Facebook. You was able to do all these different things that I didn't know even existed. So I was like, "Oh yeah, man, we got to get us one of those," right? Because the prison phone, you only get a 15-minute phone call. And if you're not working, you only get one phone call, one 15-minute phone call every 30 days, right? But imagine even if you are able to get on the phone daily, and sometimes you can get 2 phone calls, but the phone call is only 15 minutes. That 15 minutes goes so fast, and especially if you have people you're trying to talk to, you're trying to get a hold of or whatever. So imagine being able to get a phone in prison when you haven't been able to get on a phone or had action at a phone in 15, 20 years, right? So once you get that phone is your lifeline to society. They like to say that you have a lot of dudes in prison who want to send out hits and this and that. No, man, that may happen from time to time, people trying to get drugs and this and that. But the average prisoner who has a cell phone, he's trying to get on Facebook, he's trying to get on Instagram, he's trying to get on YouTube. Most of the time, his primary function is to try to get some type of woman in his life, get visits coming, and stuff like that, right? And so for all those reasons and more, a cell phone was something that we kept secretive when I was in prison. Here's this guy, he's sitting in his cell for the world to see, eating spreads, talking about prison activities, and it's entertaining to us out there. It's entertaining to us out here, the individuals who are viewing that type of stuff. But for him, every time he hopped on there, he was jeopardizing his longevity with that cell phone. B Brazy making a video about individuals telling on him and this and that, and I think he's failing to realize that he contributed to that cell phone eventually getting took, his cell getting searched, because you never know who's watching. I remember one time when my page was doing extremely well, one of my homegirls called me, who I hadn't seen in years, and she was like, "Damn, Chill, your face is all over YouTube," and so when your show is doing good, the YouTube algorithm will make sure your show pops up in a lot of people's feeds. And so this is probably what happened to B Brazy. He just didn't realize how his show was just being circulated. People were seeing it because, when you're in prison and you have something like a cell phone, of course, which is illegal contraband, you have to hide it. You can't be on it like a person in the free world where you can just sit back and, consume everything and get a good picture of what's going on. So I'm pretty sure there was many times where he had to hide his cell phone, had it put up. Matter of fact, I even heard him say a time or two that, that he didn't have a cell phone. He would be renting it for people, probably just trying to throw people off. But of course, he can't sit on it and be on it all day. You know what I'm saying? And so he once again just didn't realize how popular his YouTube videos had become, man. And it's a trip how, you got so many people out here in the free world. We're doing what we're doing, and we're intrigued by an individual in prison. And like I said, his stories was interesting. He had a very captivating personality and stuff. And so, people like to see stuff like that. So anyway, man, hopefully, he'll get back on. He'll get another cell phone, and he'll do it a little smarter and a little wiser this time, man. Anyway, you already know who it is. It's your boy 16 to Life. Resume normal program.